It's early spring. The ice is out, and I'm headed on my first canoe trip of the year. 5 days alone in this wilderness paradise. But what I may soon learn is whether Old Man Winter is done with us just yet. Snowing again.
What is happening? This is nuts.
All right, well, I just got on the water. It's late April, the ice is out, and I just set off on my first canoe trip of this year. It's quite late, it's past 6 p.m. right now, so I have less than 2 hours of daylight, but thankfully I don't have too far to paddle to get to my campsite for tonight. Gonna look for a site in the lee of the wind. That was quite hairy at some moments. Huge whitecaps. All right, pretty nice site. 2 fire pits. Get things set up. So I picked myself an extra luxurious 3-person tent for this year. This is a Mech Spark 3-person, and I'll be replacing my MSR Hubba Hubba 2-person that I've been using for many years. Look how much room I have in this new tent. This is a massive 3-person tent. That's a wide 25-inch sleeping pad. Wow, it's a palace. Can't tell you how nice this feels. All right. Strip loin. Oh. Some steak spice from the keg. Oh yeah. Let's get this on the grill. It's looking good. Oh yeah, that's done. That is done. Go. Ooh. All right. Let's give this a try. Only have my big K-bar knife. That is good. Keg steak spice is my favorite. It's been a long day. Didn't have time to eat very much, so this is going down real good. Last bite. I hit the spot. It's gonna be a fairly cold night, so I'm gonna have a hot chocolate before I head to bed. Temperatures are going to drop below 0 tonight, I believe. And towards the end of my trip, one of the nights the forecast is for -7 degrees Celsius. So it's going to be cold 4 or 5 days, but I'm ready for it. I've got warm clothes. I have a down jacket right now, a very thick, heavy-duty Gore-Tex jacket. Got my winter sleeping bag and a warm sleeping pad, so I'll be fine. Really glad to be back in the park. Enjoyed my first day, and tomorrow should be an interesting day. Well, it's quite the chilly morning. It's snowing right now, as you can see. So, probably gonna take my time this morning. Let it warm up a little bit before I head out. Got a couple of eggs for breakfast today, some English muffins, some bacon. Let's make ourselves some breakfast sandwiches. This pan's got a great non-stick coating. Add some bacon to the side. Ooh, Bacon's starting to smell real good. Alright. This is done. This one in here. The bacon. Lay it on thick. Oh, that smells good. Slice of old cheddar cheese. There we go. Taste test. That's good. I'm pretty sheltered on the site, so I'm not feeling too cold right now. The wind's coming from the opposite direction. This is a large island, but I can hear the wind blowing on the other side. So I'm glad I'm here. Right, well, it's almost 11 a.m. Just getting on the water now. I got a forecast for today, and it looks like it's either going to rain or snow this afternoon. So I'm actually hoping it snows, because cold rain just above freezing is not very fun.
crazy weather. Whoa. This is nuts. Try this again. Man, some strong gusts. Snow squalls coming through. Very glad I have my double blade. I think I'm gonna stop for lunch right here. Been going for a little bit now with the double carries. And worked up an appetite. All right, lunch wrap, tortilla. Got myself some Oka cheese. Don't know what this actually is. It's French. And some summer dried hunter sausage. Get out the old K-bar. Oh, stinky. Bit of tart. Wow. There we go. All right, here we are. Big Bob Lake. Wow. Some whitecaps out there. All right, made it back with the canoe. And as you can see, still quite gusty out there. Just seemed to have died down a few seconds ago, but it's on and off. So, there are two campsites down that way. But I think I'm gonna head to the closest campsite. It's right over there. The only issue is it might be quite a windy night at that site, but I'm gonna go check it out. Looks like a nice sight from the water. All right, first impressions. Let's see what this site's all about. Okay. Lots of tent space. Bit off of the water, which should be nice. Oh, look at this. Wow. Stunning view. Wow. Well, it's a beautiful sight. Might be a bit too windy tonight to enjoy a fire, but this view is incredible. So, gonna get settled in, get everything set up, and relax.
Nice and sheltered from the wind here. I'm feeling it. This wind is getting tiring now. I'm gonna dig through my food bag and find some food. Snack. Gear bomb and food bomb right now. Make sure I don't have any widowmakers above me. This one, a bit sketchy, but should fall down that way. I gotta say, I'm really loving this tent. I think 3-person is the way to go now for me, solo. Having all this extra room and space, fantastic for a day like today where I might be stuck in here. It's cold, windy, it's only a few degrees above zero, but in here, nice little bubble of comfort. Listening for cracks, hoping a tree doesn't fall on me. But yeah, it's going to be hard for me to go back to a 2-person tent, I think, after experiencing this. This is some wild, wild weather. What is happening? Oh my God. This is crazy. Look at that. Oh my God. This is nuts. Look at this. Hurricane. Hurricane snowstorm. Oh my God. Woo. I would be dead if I was out on the water right now. Thankfully, I'm nestled in here, a little tent, my big 3-person tent, nice and cozy. Oh. This has got to be the wildest weather I've ever experienced on a canoe trip. This is literally like 5 minutes later, the snow hurricane. Now it's calm and sunny. I've never experienced a day with weather changes like this one. Calm storm, calm storm, calm storm all day long. Wow. Five minutes later. Alright, well, it's past 7. Doesn't seem like this is going to stop anytime soon, so I think I'm just going to cook my dinner now. Getting pretty hungry. Got 2 big beef patties. Make a couple of cheeseburgers. These buns are really smushed, but it's okay. Oh, okay. Nice. Good. Very basic and plain, but I'm actually really, really hungry. I don't think I brought enough food. To be honest, I'm enjoying this more than the steak I had last night. It doesn't really have that visual appeal, but tastes really good. Let the cheese melt a bit more. And, cheeseburger number 2. Delicious. Really enjoyed my dinner. Burgers were great. I'm gonna make those again. But the wind's not letting up, and I'm feeling pretty tired. I think just from the conditions today, the relentless wind. So I'm gonna call it an early night tonight. Just gonna relax, might listen to a podcast, and catch up on some sleep. The sound of the wind in the trees. Hopefully not a tree breaking and falling on top.
All right.
Right, got ourselves a boil. Coffee time. Best part of the morning. So, given that it's this cold every day for this trip, I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna try to leave a bit later. It's just too cold to be out on the water right now, to be honest. My hands would freeze quite quickly, so gonna wait it out a bit, leave closer to noon. Hopefully it's above freezing, and well, take it from there.
I'm having my favorite backcountry breakfast this morning. It's just basically granola cereal with dried strawberries, dried milk in there. But since it's so cold, I made sure to warm up my water first on the Bush Buddy. This is turning more into a survival trip than anything else. Well, there's my camp right in there. Thankfully this morning, even though it's cold and windy, all I need to do is paddle around this point. My portage, my first portage of the day, is right there. That'll take me to the Nipissing River, which is hopefully a bit more sheltered from the winds. Off we go. My map says I've got 7 hours of travel to do to get to my campsite for tonight. So, it's gonna be a long day. Wow. Flying. Glad I don't have to paddle into that wind. Well, I haven't done too much paddling on this trip so far, so this is a really nice change. Just beautiful out here. Wind's not as bad. It's at my back right now, so I'm gonna enjoy this. Well, looks like the snow started again. Thankfully, I got a tailwind pushing me along. Traveling very fast with very little effort right now. Although I really enjoy using a traditional canoe paddle, I still use the double blade for the majority of the time. It's just so much quicker and easier on the shoulders, easier on the body. I feel like I can use my back muscles more with the double blade paddle. Just get some real good power into these strokes. It's gonna be a long day. I need to make up some time to get moving. Winds are gusting hard from time to time. I just got pushed into the bank here. Yeah, another snow squall. We've got a 65-meter portage, but this definitely looks easily runnable. Right, skipping this little portage. Almost. All right, skip one of my 7 portages I have for today. Nice. Right. Definitely not running that. Flying once again. Thank God I don't have to paddle into this. All right. Oh, ah. All right. Now the portage is right here. Curious, but I'm not going to risk this. I haven't scouted this. Yeah, running this would have been a mistake. A lot of little rocks to get hung up on. So, glad I took the portage. Drift in these corners. Tokyo drift. think I'm only about a quarter of the way through, so I put away the good camera, filming on my phone now, but there's just too many branches. I was getting caught up and I didn't want them to hit the camera. This really seems to be never ending. It's hard. I got whipped in the other eye again. You know, sometimes you're holding onto a branch, making sure it doesn't whip you. Then I was holding onto one and it broke, and the rest of the branch just came back and whipped me right in the eye. Very slow going through here. I would say it's worse than I expected. And I haven't really been filming. I put the camera down because I realized that I was not making very much progress. I haven't even captured the worst of it. It's just trying to get through. Like another blast of winter is moving through. It's just the wind, even in this very tight, choked up creek, it's blowing me around. Pulled over here to stretch my legs out a bit. I've been at it for hours. Not too sure how much further I have to go, but the video will never be able to do it justice of how bad and choked up this part of the Nipissing is. Just unreal. Hopefully not too far to go. Get back on the water and get to camp. It's almost 5 o'clock actually. And the wind hasn't let up at all. Snowing on and off throughout the day, and still very cold. So it's going to be another one of those days. 3 extremely windy and cold days in a row now. This is the bottom of my boat. Wow. I've got a lot of scrapes, cuts on me from all the branches. All right, time to get back on the water. Hopefully not too far to go. It's just unbelievable, the strength of the wind. Not catching a break. Wind's pushing me. Jeez. Well, snowing again. This looks like a big storm coming in now. Got the canoe down. Just gotta bring the pack. And hopefully I can get to camp within the next hour or so. Gotta check my map to see how far I am. Alright. Look at this snow, it's crazy. Oh, I think I'm almost there. This is Grass Lake. Large wetland. The campsite should be on the far end of it. Very beautiful right now. The wind has finally died down. So peaceful and quiet. This is the first time in this entire trip that the wind has been calm. And, absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. There's my campsite. I can see it up ahead. Ah, what a beautiful sight. Finally made it. All right, so this is the site. Very nice, nice and open. Look at that. I've got the river here. My tent all set up in the back. So now I just want to find some firewood, see if I can find some dry firewood quickly. I'm all damp.
Timber. Oh, this feels amazing. I am starving. I haven't even had lunch yet, but my number one priority was trying to get a fire going after setting up my tent. Try to dry out my damp clothes and Well, it was well worth it. And on top of that, although it's still snowing a little bit, at least the wind seems to have died down quite a bit, so hopefully I can have a calm night here. Just relax and enjoy this campfire. This is a beautiful, beautiful spot. Stunning. Purple Kool-Aid. I'm in like a feeding frenzy right now. Just eating everything. Snowing again. Well, it's 8:30 now. Gonna enjoy this fire. Belly's full. I still have a dehydrated dinner. I'll see whether or not I want to make it. Might make it a bit later. But nice and cozy now. Just gonna relax with this nice fire. And I'm gonna sleep well tonight, that's for sure. What a beautiful morning. I'm speechless. I woke up in a winter wonderland. So it's a frigid morning, still well below zero. So I'm gonna take my time. I've had 2 coffees already, have this warm granola and strawberry cereal for breakfast, and I'm gonna wait till things warm up a bit before I head off. I've got 3 portages to do today. 2 are going to be challenging. They seem to be quite steep, so hopefully there's not too much snow and ice on the portage trail. But thankfully, this is incredibly already the 4th day of my trip. This is the first day that it's calm, no wind, blue skies. So even though it's cold, I think it's going to be a beautiful day. So I'm finally on the water. It's almost 11:30 a.m., but it's a lot warmer now. The sun's out. Wind's picked up a little bit, but it's not too bad. It was a really cold morning. It took me a while to put my hands and feet to defrost. Just traveling upstream now. This pretty little creek. Slow going in here against the current and into a headwind. Feels like I'm paddling through molasses. The current's quite strong coming up here, and just drag the canoe up on the side. Portage is right there. Oh boy, this is going straight up the side of the mountain. Jeez, probably can't tell from the video, but it's steep and it goes for a while. This is a tough but very scenic portage. This hardwood forest in the spring is just beautiful. You can see right through it with a little bit of greenery starting to poke through. All right, made it to the end of the portage. One more lake, one more portage to go. This is Floating Heart Lake, but looks like the wind's picked up quite a bit right now. There's not going to be whitecaps on this lake, it's too small, but definitely going to get blown around a bit. Just need to cross to over there.
Here we go. Last one. All right, made it to my lake, finally. What a beautiful sight. So, now to pick a campsite. I'd like to check out a site down here, but it may be in the wind. We'll see. So, I think I'm gonna head for a campsite that's in the lee of the winds. I don't want to spend another night in a windy, cold campsite. I made the right decision to look for a campsite sheltered from the wind. What a nice little cozy campsite. Hardwood forest in the back. Nice and open. Wow. Beautiful view and not a breath of wind here on this site. Whew. Time to get set up.
I think I might sleep under the stars tonight. Really enjoying this new tent. Love the mesh here. Love the extra room of a 3-person tent. And yeah, really been enjoying it so far. The only downsides are that it takes up more pack space. It's a bigger package than my old MSR Hubba Hubba 2-person. And it weighs a couple pounds more.
All right, well, I'm starving. I haven't had enough to eat today. So, not gonna waste any time. Get this water boiling, and dehydrated meal for dinner tonight. Quick and easy. All right, should be ready. Let's take a look. Lasagna with meat sauce. Oh, that smells good. This is ReadyWise. I just prefer eating it out of a pot than the pouch. I don't know, looks more appetizing, easier to eat. So, I'm gonna enjoy this. Being serenaded by the spring peepers. It's really good. Really good.
Good morning.
right. Oh. Missed it. I'll get the next one. Just realized that I forgot my maple syrup. Damn it. Anyways, I'm not gonna wait for the second one to be done. Wow, that is good. The chocolate chips and the butter. I'm not missing the maple syrup that much, actually. Wow. All right, this is a new pan. Let's see if I can get the flip. Got to get a feel for it. Oh, nailed it. All right. That's done. Now that, my friends, is a pancake. Bummed that I forgot my maple syrup, but the first one was really good, even without the maple syrup. Tons of chocolate chips inside, lots of butter. It's gonna be good. Woo. Hot. So I only have about 10 kilometers to paddle this morning, but I think there's weather coming later this afternoon, so I don't want to waste too much time now. I'm just gonna have breakfast, a couple coffees, pack things up, and get going. Haven't seen a single person this entire trip, which isn't too surprising to me actually, given the weather that I've had. Today is definitely the warmest morning. It's 5 or 6 degrees, my thermometer showed. That was the high, the daytime high yesterday, so yeah, a lot nicer. I think this upcoming weekend is going to be beautiful weather, and trout fishing opens, so I'm sure a lot of people will be enjoying the upcoming weekend here. But I'll be back in a couple weeks. All right, I really enjoyed this campsite, but some weather's coming in, so it's time to hit the water. I'm all packed up here, ready to get going. Tough going up your headwinds. Look at those clouds. Something's definitely moving in. That's a pretty big one. See my portage up ahead now. Pretty steep. This is a very pretty but notoriously muddy, slick, and steep portage takeout put in. I'm not even gonna try to portage my canoe up there on my shoulders, just gonna drag it up. All right, into a headwind for the final stretch. Oh, here's a gust. These gusts are quite nasty. Just got blown down to the side of the lake. Just can't fight it. Up here. Oh, just resting up on this little tuft of greenery here. These gusts are quite nasty. It just got blown completely sideways down into a bay of the lake. So although the waves don't look like much, it's really almost impossible to fight against some of these gusts. That's what I'm talking about. Just got pinned against this. Whew. Barely moving. I can only film when the wind dies, but this is honestly nuts. Oh, I almost got spun around and sent back down the bay a few times. So hard when the wind hits. I'm using all my strength just to keep the nose pointed in the wind and to stop me from spinning around and going backwards. Here comes another gust. I can see it on the water. I've only got 8 minutes left on my memory card, so I'll stop filming for now. All right, I'm in a little sheltered area here. I put my camera away. I'm using the phone now. Believe me when I tell you that this is really tough going. As soon as I get out in the open, those headwinds are just blowing me around, and it's really, really tough. Take the long way and hug the shore the entire way. I'm not cutting through the middle, no way. It's cold, cold rain. Try not to get blown into shore. It's rocks. This is nuts. Cold rain. Just a few degrees above zero. You got 3 more kilometers. It's very pretty. Well, only about 2 kilometers to go now. Final stretches ahead of me. Very glad I have this double-bladed paddle. That would have been almost impossible to go through those headwinds with the traditional canoe paddle. But to wrap things up, what can I say about this trip? It was definitely a very challenging one. I wasn't expecting it to be that tough. Some brutal winds most of the days of this trip. Cold temperatures, rain, snow, choked up alder river travel, and some rough portages with lots of mud, blow down that I had to chop down, cut fallen trees. So yeah, tough trip, memorable one for that reason, probably. But yeah, I'm done. Looking forward to getting back to the car. I thought I packed enough food this trip, but once again, I'm out of food and I'm starving right now. It's 1:30. Those pancakes are gone, have been digested. So looking forward to poutine, I think, when I get out of here. But anyways, thank you so much for watching and coming along with me. I hope you enjoyed. And well, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Take care. Yes, finally. Made it. I made it. So happy. All right, poutine time. And if you're watching this, treat yourself to a poutine. You deserve it. All right, I'm out. All right, this is gonna be good.